be just like them. So here you are at the 7 o'clock show. This maybe you know what you're here for, maybe you don't. Improv comedy, that's what you're going to watch tonight. Improv is short for a longer word. That word is improvisation. And what that means is made up. It's all made up. So tonight you're going to see a show that is completely unscripted. There's no script tonight. What's going to happen is in just a little bit, I will have 5 actors and comedians. They're going to join me on stage, and they're going to play out little games, and they're going to act in little scenes for us. However, they know the rules of all the games that we're going to play, and they are good actors, so they can act, of course, in the scenes. But again, there's no script. Everything is completely made up off of the top of their heads. So what that means is congratulations. You're here for something magical. It's going to be a beautiful show, hopefully, and you will get to see something that nobody else will ever get to see again. And if it's not so good, no one else will ever have to see it. But we're going to try our very best to give you a good show tonight. They're going to do a bulk of the heavy lifting, but you do a whole lot in this show, and that's in the form of suggestion. From time to time, very often, we're going to reach out to you and we're going to ask you for some suggestions. Typically one word, they might be a little longer, sometimes we'll ask for lines. We'll practice that in a minute. And then there is a point in the show where I really hope you're eager, because I may need 1 or 2 of you to come up onto the stage and join us in a game. So I hope you're ready for that. Well, let's practice suggestions. So what's going to happen is myself or one of our players, we're going to yell out a prompt, and then we'll ask you for a response. Maybe we'll give a countdown, maybe we won't. But you're going to yell out whenever that response elicits. And we will generally take the very first thing that we can hear loudly and clearly, all right? So on the count of 3, everybody in the room, yell out your favorite color. 1, 2, 3. I heard blue, loud and clear. From just this side of the room, yell out the name of your pet on 3. 1, 2, 3. No! Someone named their dog Dog. On this side of the room, on the count of 3, yell out the name of your very first date. The person who was. 1, 2, 3. Harry. Harry? Yeah. All right. She didn't expect me to point her out. Alrighty. Now that's how we're going to take suggestions just like that. And again, I'll take the very first thing that I can hear loud and clear. So if you don't want to know about your secret ex-boyfriend, don't say his name. Alright. So this is the all hands on deck show. You're going to be doing a lot of heavy lifting for the show. The actors are going to be doing great. I know I'm ready to go. In the back, we do have our sound person. She looks ready to go. In the very, very back, behind the stage, behind me, we do have our actors. And they do want to get on stage, but they won't come on stage until we give them their very favorite thing. They're like rats. You know, rats, they won't come out until you give them cheese. And you can hear, they sound like rats. Everybody be real quiet, and you can hear how ratty they are. Exactly. So we're going to bring them out with their cheese. And an actor's cheese, as we all know, is applause. So we're going to ramp up the applause this way. We're going to use the applause-o-meter. We all see it? The applause-o-meter is a big imaginary device. This isn't the first time, but you will be using your imagination tonight. And the applause-o-meter, let's say, has a needle in the middle. It takes up the whole stage. And this needle, let's say it goes all the way over here. Let's say this is 0% on the applause-o-meter. That's nothing. That's not a sound at all. And then it's going to keep moving. We're going to be here at 50% on the applause-o-meter. That's a really nice, healthy round of applause. We're going to end up at 100% on the applause-o-meter. You need to know something about 100%. Because some of us might be math people, statistics people. So 100% does not just mean loud. 100% means that is the loudest possible sound that this entire group of people, we got a lot of people here tonight, so that's the loudest possible sound that this specific combination of people could possibly make. We're thinking 100%, all right? So just for a second, I need to hear what a 100% applause sounds like. 1 second on 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect, just like that. But everybody, let's start over here at 0%. That's right, 10%, 20%, 30%. 40%, 50%, 60%. Alright, so those are all 5 of our players. We're going to get to know them just a little bit. So players, here's what I want you to do. You're all going to step forward 1 at a time so that the spotlight is on you. We're going to say our name so that they know who our name is. And then we're going to say, let's ask the audience. Audience, let's say you're meeting with someone not for the first time, not even for the second time. It's the 3rd time you met them. You know all the basics. You know where they work. You know what they like, blah, blah, blah. But now you're going to ask them the question to see if they vibe with you and if you want to invite them on your next trip. What is that question?
Worst job you ever had.
What's the worst job you ever had? All right, so it's name and the worst job you ever had, starting right over here.
My name's Adam, and the worst job I ever had was busboy at an Italian restaurant with a waiter who liked to physically fight with busboys.
Hey everybody, I'm Dax. The worst job I ever had. I didn't get paid for it, but in middle school and high school, I would go to concessions at the high school. My high schoolers are not fun to be selling concessions to. They're having fun. They'll like yell at you.
Thank you,
Hello, my name is Chloe. My worst job was my first job. It was working at Cafe Rio. There was one crazy hectic Taco Tuesday where I was literally using a plastic knife to scrape some poop off of the toilet when I got informed that I needed to go outside to move my car because the car next to it was on fire.
Hello, my name is Emily. The worst job I've ever had was the 2 weeks I spent at a public relations agency in Los Angeles.
Hi, my name is Jazz, and I had an Apple temp job. And they sent me to this insurance or law firm right off of Friars in the 163. And they had this full room of a room full of paper. And they said, we need you to throw this all in the dumpster. I'm like, wait, you guys don't have recycling? They're like, no, we just need you to throw it in the dumpster to get thrown away. And I'm like, I quit.
So those are our players on stage, but that is not everyone. We did mention the voice in the back. Please tell us your name and what is the worst job you ever had.
I'm Elle, and the worst job I ever had was working at Big Five in high school. If I had a nickel for every man that came in and asked if we sold left-handed tennis rackets.
Thank you, Al, everybody. Again, my name is Ken, and I haven't worked a day in my life. Alrighty, let's get these players behind me. We're going to play a game called categories, alright? So let's organize yourself into a nice little arch behind me. So for categories, I'm going to spin around, and I'm going to point to these players. Whenever I point to a player, they have a big responsibility. Now, responsibility is that they have to list an item in the given category. The category we're going to get from you, so it's going to be something very broad. For example, cars, okay? Let's say we got cars, I'll spin around, I'll point to these players all one at a time. When I point to them, they have to name a make, a model, anything that fits in the car category, okay? If they mess up, if they don't say something that belongs, if they repeat something that was said, if they look at me funny, you know, if they tickle me and I don't like it, anything like that, they're out. I get to decide the rules, I'm the guy in the middle. So for categories, it's going to happen. So let's just do an example round so you get it. So for cars, players, are you ready?
Yes. Truck.
Kia Niro.
Mazda.
Lowrider.
Toyota.
Isuzu.
Maserati.
Rivian.
Honda.
Just like that, exactly like that. We will keep going until somebody messed up or repeated, okay? So that's the game of categories. Players, we've got 5 players on stage. I will give you one luxury. You get to mess up exactly one time, okay? So the very first time you mess up, you stick your hand straight in the air. That means you're guilty. Everybody look at me, I messed up, all right? The second time you mess up, your second hand goes in the air, you're done, you're out of the game, you're off the stage, all right? We're going to keep going until we have one player left on stage, and this is a really big night for us because we just got our taxes back. So the last player standing here on stage is going to get 500 funny bucks. 500 funny bucks deposited directly into their account, all right? So this is the game of categories. From anybody in the audience, what is our very first category?
Animals.
Ice creams, ice creams. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Ice cream. Pistachio.
Sandwich.
Gelato.
Chocolate.
Cookies and cream.
Mint.
What are we calling?
Rocky Road.
Strawberry.
Mint chocolate chip.
Ben & Jerry's.
Orange creamsicle.
Parleys cream.
Black cherry.
Vanilla caramel fudge.
Myers.
Rocky Road.
Neapolitan.
Ube.
Mud tracks.
Edie's.
Taxi. No! Hand in the air. All right. If I miss or overlook anything, make sure you go ooh or whatever, because I make mistakes. I know. It's surprising, but I do make mistakes. Alrighty, so we got these players behind. What's our next category? Fast food. Food you can buy on the go. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Fast food. Chick-fil-A.
In-N-Out.
Arby's.
McDonald's.
Sonic.
Subway.
Del Taco.
Denny's.
Wendy's.
Jack in the Box.
In the air. Audience, what's our next category?
Board games.
Right there. Dog breeds. Dog breeds. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Dog breeds. Schnauzer.
Dalmatian.
Shiba Inu.
Shih Tzu.
Lie. It's not. Dog breeds. Hand in the air. I know we're having a lot of fun, but some people might think this is easier. Some people might think it's harder. We're going to change the game up. We're adding extra rules. I'm now going to introduce the game of anti-categories. I will point at these players just as I did before, but you might notice I will point with my left hand instead of my right hand. Whenever I point at a player, it's their responsibility to say an item that sounds like it's in the category. It must be a real word, a real sounding word. No completely made up words. It must be a real sounding word. It has to sound like it's in the category, but it actually can't be. If it is something in the category, they're out. It's anti-categories. It's going to be the left hand. It'll make sense in a second. What's our next category?
Fish.
Fish. These are types of fish. Anti-categories. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Fish.
Salmon.
Bass.
Bass is a fish. That's crazy too, because I spent like a minute saying that, right? Alrighty, what's our next category?
Musicals.
Musicals, stage or otherwise musical. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
The real world.
Sound of noise.
Hair gel, My Fair Lady.
Bach.
Yesterday never
My Fair
comes.
Lady's a musical?
Yes.
That's right. I think HR's in the back. We have to reconsider who we hire. All right, so we have 3 players. Is that right? None of you have a handout? Is that?
Oh.
We got some cheaters on the stage. All right, now it's going to get really tough because we're going to mix the game of categories and anti-categories, all right? That's right. So players, if I point with my right hand, you must say something that is actually in the category. But if I point with my left hand, it must be an anti-category. What's the next category?
Organ.
Right here, I heard. Instruments, musical or otherwise. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
What is the question, Jazz?
So you show us your right hand and left hand again.
Right hand.
Okay.
Left hand. Are we good over here? Yeah. Players, are you ready?
Yes. Keyboard.
Xylophone.
Drums.
Broccoli.
Snapping with your hand.
Fork.
Violin. Violet. Viola.
Drums.
An arcade machine.
Cymbals.
No. One hand down. You're not out yet. I would accept the controller, but the machine is not an instrument. Alrighty, what's our next category?
Wars.
Right here. Organs in the body or otherwise. Organs. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Organs.
Kidneys.
Heart.
Skin.
Liver.
Eyes. You might notice they all have a hand in the air. It is now sudden death. You can put that hand down. You can rest your arm. But if I point to you, you are out for good. All right? Remember, there are 500 funny bucks on the line. 0 prize for second place. This is very real. What's our next category?
Breakfast food.
Breakfast foods. Foods that you eat before 12 o'clock noon. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Breakfast foods.
Pancakes.
Cold pizza.
Waffle.
Cereal.
Oatmeal.
Eggs.
Hash purples.
Yesterday's.
Nothing.
Eggoos.
Beer.
Eggos.
Bacon.
Cereal extra.
Fried ham.
He had it. Alrighty, 2 players left. 500 funny bucks to the winner is 0, but we're gonna take 10 funny bucks away from the loser. Alrighty, what's our next category? Right there. Colors.
Oh.
Colors. Rainbow, Crayola, any colors you think of. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Colors.
Hazy.
Wussy. Pink.
Blue.
Yellow.
Green.
Orange.
Red.
Yesterday.
Wow.
Tomorrow.
Floor.
Mind.
Red. Sky. Nothing.
Sky is a color. You heard it right, HR. 500 funny bucks straight to Emily's account. Let's get 3 players up on stage for pan left, pan right. All right, players, awesome. You might notice that they have triangulated themselves. They are in a very special Mockingbird improv triangle. And the triangles we do here are way different from the triangles you're used to, because our triangles only have 3 sides. Alrighty, so this is one side of the triangle. This is one combination of players. Today, this is going to be one scene. At any point in this scene, and the whole game, in fact, I can yell, pan left, And that triangle is going to pan left. We are now presented with a new combination of players, a new side of the triangle. This is a new scene. At any point in this scene or any scene, I can also yell pan left, but I can also yell pan right. And they will pan just like that. We're going to continue to turn this triangle left and right and continue to see the same 3 scenes. When we see them, it may be immediately after we last saw them. It could be a really, really long time. That is up for the players to decide. But now I'll give you something to decide. For these 2 players, we're going to give them a suggestion. From anybody in the room, what's something, not a car, not a house, what's something that you paid too much for? Right there.
Student loans.
Student loans. Student loans, pan left. Right here, what is something that was gifted to you? A dog. Dog, pan left. And for this final group here, how might 2 people know each other? College. We just got student loans, so anything like a specific class or a club? Art class. Art class, okay? Pan left. All right, so what's going to happen is we're going to play this game out. Again, I can say pan left, pan right, whatever I want, but let's remind the audience what our suggestions are.
Student loans.
Pan left.
Dog.
Pan left.
Art class.
Pan left. We're going to start right here with student loans. That is your suggestion. And players, you know how much I love troubling you, so we are going to add one extra rule. Whenever you pan into any scene, the first line of every single scene you pan into must be the last line from the scene that you just left. This is pan left, pan right. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
We're going to start with student loans. Begin.
Honey, I took care of all my student loans. Thank you, Joe Biden.
I'm so glad that we can finally be free of all that debt. I have been working for so long.
You don't have to work anymore, honey. I'm going to take care of you.
You're finally going to take care of all the kids and the bills.
Whoa,
and
whoa, whoa,
tell
whoa,
them the
whoa,
house
whoa,
mortgage.
whoa, 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 whoa.
Pan left. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa! I never said we could get a dog.
You don't want the dog? I got you a dog.
I know. I do not want a dog. I want a cat or a baby. No.
This is your baby now.
Pan left.
This is your baby now. And I painted your baby, okay?
That is.
It is beautiful.
I can kiss the baby.
You can kiss the baby. Okay.
Mercy.
I'm going to appreciate my payments now.
Oh, this is a paid-for play.
Pan left. I thought this was a gift. Left, Emily.
I thought this was a gift.
It is a gift. It's a vacuum cleaner. Happy Mother's Day. Oh! Honey, I paid off the student loan. I got you a vacuum cleaner. I even took the kids to a movie last week for an hour.
The movie was 3 hours.
Yeah, but I was there for an hour.
I was there for an hour.
I was there for an hour.
Okay, I will take off a little bit of the price then.
Part of the fee was the pleasure of watching you.
Yes, it was, so please pay.
Well, how about before payment?
No, I don't do that funny stuff.
Pan left.
No. I don't do that funny stuff. I get the home in this.
All right, you deserve it. You can have it. And you can have the kids. I wouldn't want to rob them from the house that they grew up in. That would be unfair of me.
You know, I want the kids. You can go off and you can go back to school and get more student loans, and I hope that's all you do. But I also want you to pay for the kids. That's why I want you to go back to school to get a higher paying job so that we can have a bigger house.
Fine, I'll be 6 years at school before you see any of it.
Well, you still have to pay.
Yeah, but
Pan right. You still have to pay.
You still have to pay.
And right!
You still have to pay.
It was a gift.
Dogs cost money.
Well,
It's 4 years old now. It needs medications.
I thought it was your dog, but okay, fine. Here,
John
how much?
loves
How
you.
much? I'll write you a check. Do you take checks?
10 left. Do you take checks?
Do you take a checks?
Of course, Melissa.
It's been a pleasure doing business with you.
10 left.
Been a pleasure doing business with you.
10 left.
Oh, it's been a pleasure doing business with you.
10 left again. She's doing great. Give Emily an extra $100 funny bucks. Okay? Alrighty, let's get 3 more players up on stage. I have a surprise game for you. Come on up. Alright, so we have these 3 wonderful players, and all I'm going to say is that you're going to get to do a scene on stage. It's got to, from start to finish, be just over a minute. Just about 60 seconds of a scene, alright? Make sure, audience, that we're paying very close attention, because I will quiz you on it later. Alrighty, this is our 60-second set of scene. Dax, would you care to get a suggestion from your audience?
Sure thing, Ed. From anywhere in the audience, could I please get a suggestion for what you like to do on the weekend? I heard read. The suggestion is read.
Alrighty, reading is your suggestion. This is a setup scene. Players, audience, are you ready?
Yes.
Begin.
I don't think we really need to read instructions to make the furniture.
There's no words on it.
You know, we don't need to read the images either. I personally love creative expression, especially with my kitchen and dining table.
The final picture is of a trebuchet.
Yeah, you know, like in the morning when you launch food into your mouth, just it's built into the table.
Okay, you know what? Fine. Let's do it.
Hey, Mom, Dad, Tony called me a booger face, and then I called him a sandwich face, and then he said, I can't watch Pokemon, and I said, but I want to watch Pokemon, and he said, well, you can't watch Pokemon, and I really want to watch Pokemon.
Peter, there's a booger on your face.
Honey, what's your Connery?
I was gonna ask if you wanted to wipe it off with the instructions.
And that's our game! Or is it? Because there's actually a whole lot more. I hope you were remembering everything that happened, because now I'm going to call you to recite the line one by one, okay? I'm just kidding. Okay, so for this game, I know we just saw a scene. I hope it's fresh in your brain. From anybody in the audience, not from anybody, from just this side of the room. Let's get a category, maybe like a genre of film that you really like. Horror. From this side of the audience, a genre of literature that you enjoy. Historical fiction. And then from anybody in the room, take a minute to think about this, but let's imagine you're scrolling through the channels and you see either a channel or a show, and it has such a distinct vibe. There is no mistake that you are watching this. What is that channel or show? The Real Housewives. Okay? So we have 3 categories here. The first of those is horror, the second is historical fiction, and the third is Real Housewives. So what's going to happen is this is now, everybody gets to learn this, it's a game of genre replay. So we're going to do that scene that we just did again, 3 different ways in these 3 different styles. Okay? Players, you do get one luxury. You get to choose the order that you want to do it in. Again, our 3 options are horror, historical fiction, and Real Housewives. Just to be clear, Real Housewives is like reality show. Yeah, okay, great. And then I'll let you choose. What order do you want to do it in? Okay, that's the order that we'll go in. And of course, the first of that is horror. So we're going to see that entire scene done again in the style of horror. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Begin.
Do not read the words in that tone.
It's bleeding.
Don't look at the pictures.
They're changing. Why is the last picture of me hanging upside down?
Throw it away. Throw it away. We don't need it.
You're right.
It's alive. Yes,
Weren't you playing with your brother in the bedroom?
I was, but he's not here anymore. He's inside the instructions. He called me a booger face for the last time.
He's in the instructions. He's the one hanging me upside down.
Oh my god.
All right, they decided what's next, and that's historical fiction. That means real events that didn't happen exactly that way. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Begin.
I know we're not allowed to read the books, but they're all to me.
Oh, this one, it's all pictures.
Oh, don't look at the pictures. You have to look at the words for real mental stimulation.
No, I don't think the Lord would like that.
You're right. Maybe we don't read the words.
Father, Mama, Peter has dysentery. I'm afraid he might not survive the night.
It's okay. You are our favorite anyway.
He really was the spare.
Well, that's a rather responsibility for me then. Oh, well, I have to do all the chores now?
Unless you get salt.
You can get started with wiping that soot off in the face.
Yes, Mama.
Yeah, we don't want anyone to think we're raising urchins.
No, Mom, I'll just go ahead and churn this unpasteurized butter. Perhaps I won't get dysentery from it. Yes, Mama.
Your form is impeccable. Where did you learn that?
From watching Father.
7 p.m. all ages show.
I was churning butter!
I know. Just reminding everybody. Alrighty, so now we're going to see our final rerun of that scene, and this is done in the style of Real Housewives. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Begin.
Oh my god, Becky, you read entertainment?
Laura is getting on my last nerve. And if she doesn't back off, there's going to be hair pulling. Yeah, I do.
It's so you.
Oh, look. My kids drew a picture of you. You're riding on a broomstick.
I'm so tired of Becky's shenanigans. I know her kids can't do art. She probably drew it herself with her talentless hand and tried to make it look bad.
What is going on back there?
No one paid attention to me, okay? And I did my hair. When I do my hair, no one pays attention. I spend a lot of money getting my hair done. I mean, all you guys are doing is working on your project, okay? But I have feelings, okay? And I got my hair done, and I thought it looked nice, and I thought you paid attention to me, and I thought you loved me, and I thought you were my friends, but you're not my friends, and no one pays attention to me.
Well, maybe try a stylist who isn't blind.
My stylist wears glasses, okay? And maybe he doesn't see very well, okay? But he tries his best. And that's just not fair.
Hold me back.
No, you hold me back.
For that game, we're going to give 100 funny bucks to Jazz. room setting. What's going to happen is these players, I know they all feel passionate. Not only that, I think you all feel actually very passionate. Someone in this room recently had a discussion with a friend of theirs, and it got a little heated over something that absolutely didn't need to be heated. It's not political. It's not something that's going to offend anybody, especially on a 7 p.m. show. But you and your friend, you got really worked up over a nonsense argument. For example, toilet paper over under or pineapple on pizza. What was your argument?
Dry ice.
Right there.
Whether or not we should have dry ice delivered to us or not.
Do you have more to share? Because I'll just tell you this, like I wasn't thinking of getting it delivered today. So.
In a laboratory setting, whether or not we want to.
How else would you get it?
It's next door.
You just go pick it up for.
Okay, so the question is whether to get it yourself or have it delivered.
Or have
Okay,
someone
gotcha.
deliver.
That is the question. Okay, so the question is, we need dry ice. Is the best acquiring method of dry ice delivery, or you yourself going to pick it up? I know for a fact that all of these players, and most specifically one of them, has a really, really strong opinion on whether or not dry ice should be delivered or retrieved. No, I'm serious. They do. You're going to hear in a second. So that player is going to step forward, and they're going to give their legal argument for why dry ice should or should not be delivered, all right? At any point in this game, any players behind them, they can shoot their hand up in the air, and they can say, I object, just like a courtroom drama. I will ask them what it is that they object to. I will then make a ruling, and you might hear their objection, or you might continue to hear the last person speak, all right? This is the game of I object. The suggestion is, of course, the hot topic of dry ice. Emily will start us off. Players, are you ready?
Yes!
Begin.
So I used to work in a lab as well, so therefore I know you must be very smart and your time must be very valuable. So you should absolutely have that ice delivered to you, because you could be running computers to
Jack.
Adam.
Emily's time is not valuable, or she wouldn't be here.
Sustain.
I mean, what are we really accomplishing here? Entertaining a bunch of people? I mean, she could be curing cancer.
I object.
Yeah.
Some of us are entertaining people.
All right.
Are we having a good time tonight or what? And we enjoy this, and we find this a valuable use of our time. And when we make sacrifices to stay away from our families.
My family is here. I have 12 people in the audience. So I am not taking the time to go away from my family. I just brought them to me. Because I like to be on stage and talk and have entertain people and have a good time. And I hope I make
I object. Doesn't sound like she knows what she wants to say. I mean, for the love of God, she's got her family here. You'd think she'd come up with something smart to say, but she's tongue-tied.
Emily.
She doesn't want to intimidate her family.
Sustain.
So Chloe is one of the most erudite people I know. Normally she has a silver tongue. She can talk for 10 minutes without stopping to make perfect sense and logical. But I know she's also very...
X.
We never let people talk for 10 minutes on
That's
this one.
right. Stay.
Bro, if you're up here talking for 10 minutes, that game has gone on for way too long. That's up.
I object. I'm not his bro.
Sustain.
Can we stop with the bros and the dudes? I'm not your bro, I'm not your dude. I am Adam, and I am his friend. And
I object.
Yeah.
What's your problem, Boomer? Over time, we must learn to adapt to new vernacular. It doesn't mean that we need to put other generations
I
down.
object. New vernacular is redundant.
Sustain.
Vernacular means it's the currently used language in a particular situation. It's always current, it's always new. Now,
I object.
Yes.
When people do Shakespearean plays, they're not using current vernacular.
Okay. Sustain. Let's hear what you have to say.
I doth object to that statement. For Adam is a lad, an actor, upon which words come easily.
I object.
Emily.
I'm not a drama geek, so I'm very intimidated by this.
Sustain.
Yeah, so, you know, like all the Shakespeare stuff, I like to watch Shakespeare like once a year, but it's like, no, you don't need to whip it out in the middle of an improv show. Come on, guys.
I
Like,
object.
Next.
They just whipped it out in the middle of an improv show and people laughed.
Sustain.
It's kind of weird that you would come up and be like, oh, you don't get to show this in an improv show when people are enjoying what they just said about the thing. Shakespeare is from a very fun time, especially when you try.
I
Jack,
We just heard about dysentery. I don't know. They were doing pennies here and pennies there. I don't think it was all that great of a time. There was a lot of warfare and blood, which was in a lot of Shakespeare.
I object. We're all full of blood.
Sustain!
As far as I know, we still have blood. In fact, I am full of blood right now, and I like to keep it that way. I bet all of you are full of blood as well. No offense. You just
I
are.
object.
Yes!
Adam's pandering to the blood nature.
Sustain!
My blood level was up to here, and I took some medicine. It brought me down, and now I can relate to everybody and not be worried about having a heart attack on stage. So,
I object.
Emily,
That's too morbid.
overruled. Keep talking, Jazz.
all right. So now that we're here and we're having a good time, let's continue to do such without necessarily having to pander to such easy topics such as what we all have in common.
I object. Emily, get in there.
Sure. Now I don't know what I'm going to say because actually, I think that we should have a good time, and I agree 100% with what Jazz was saying.
I object.
Adam.
She didn't agree 100%.
Sustain!
If you're the lawyer for the defense, you don't object when the defense is laying out their case. That's just not the way you do it. You're hurting yourself when you do that. Now, Emily, as a scientist, of course, is less familiar with the finer points of legal situations, but still, it just stands to reason that when you object to something, you are explicitly saying you do not agree.
I object.
Yes.
We get it, Adam. You have lawyers.
Sustain!
Okay, Adam, so maybe you're the only person on stage with legal experience. You went to school to get a degree in law.
I object.
Yes.
I've been sued many times.
That was the game of I object, and now everybody knows whether you should get delivered or not. All right, so we're going to move on to our next game. It's a game of dating game. Let's get 4 players up on stage. For a dating game, I actually need at least one of you to leave the room. Have we decided who's leaving, who's staying? Yeah. Chloe, you're leaving? All right, so on the count of 3, we're going to yell, "Get out of here!" with a huge round of applause. 1, 2, 3, get out! All right, everyone, so Chloe is leaving the room. You can hear the door close behind her. Yeah, okay. Chloe's left the room. She's outside. She's in our soundproof outside. And now we're going to play a game some of us might remember. A long time ago, before television was any good, they had a program called the dating game. And the dating game had a very specific format, right? So there would be one person looking for love. They're all looking for love. But this person's looking for love, and they're going to ask a panel of 3 different people some questions to get to know who they are and who they want to date, right? So the catch is they're behind a giant curtain, so they don't get to see them. Only off of the response to their questions do they decide who it is they're dating. However, Chloe has already dated Jazz, Dax, and Adam. We've all dated Jazz, Dax, and Adam. So they're not going to be them. Instead, they're going to be totally different people. Whoever is sitting here is not going to be Jazz, Dax, or Adam. They're going to be somebody that everyone loves. Like everyone, you can't think of someone who doesn't like them. Who is this person?
Will Smith.
Will Smith. Will Smith. All right, they're going to do Will Smith. And then right here.
I think Chris Rock might have an issue. That's okay.
Real quick. Hey, Chris, are you here?
Okay.
No, we're good. We're good. All right, so Will Smith, and then right here, this is going to be a famous fictional character. Who is that? Right here. Jack Sparrow. Jack Sparrow, the infamous pirate from or of the Caribbean. And then finally here, this is going to be oh, no, this is great. This is going to be, it's not just going to be a famous real person or a famous fictional person. This right here is going to be a rare object. Something that if you found it, you'd be like, what's that doing here? What is that? Right here. Dragon egg? Oh, okay. All right, so just a reminder, you did this. Just a reminder, right here is Will Smith right here is a Jack Sparrow, and right here is a dragon egg. When Chloe comes back, she's going to play the game. She's going to ask these 3 people questions, and at the very end, we're going to ask her who she thinks these 3 people are based only off of the responses. Again, she's outside. She doesn't know who these people are. You do, and she's going to ask them questions and try her very best to guess who they are. Let's remind the audience who we are.
Will Smith.
Captain Jack Sparrow.
Dragon egg. All right. Sorry. I didn't mean it. Alright, on the count of 3, just as we did before, we're going to yell, get back in here with a round of applause. 1, 2, 3, get back in here! Alright, this is the game of dating game. Please, our new guest, introduce yourself to our lovely audience.
Hi, I'm Samantha.
Thanks for being here, Samantha. I know you're looking for love. I'm just going to hand the reins over to you. Take it away, audience!
I'm so excited to be here. Contestant number 1. If we were to go on a first date, where would it be?
You know, I take you to the playground because that's where I usually spend most of my days. And hopefully we wouldn't get in any trouble, you know? Or maybe we would.
Interesting, I have mixed feelings about that. Contestant number 2, same question.
Well, I suppose the first question is, do you have any money for rum? If you do, I'd say tap, and otherwise, about C.
Okay. little boy, okay. Contestant number 3. What about you? What's a good first date?
I would take you camping. We go to a campfire, and I get up real close with you and the fire. In fact, I might even jump right into the fire to get nice and toasty and cozy and warm.
I am perpetually cold, so that does sound nice. Okay, next question. I'll start with contestant number 2 this time. If you were to introduce me to your family, how would it go?
Oh, wow. Okay. The first thing you have to understand is most of my family is dead. So you'll probably get something like, here lies my family.
Very sorry to hear. Contestant number 3, I'm hoping that you have positive results.
Yeah, to some extent. My dad's side of the family is more on the western side. He did a lot of odd jobs like guarding lairs of hoards of treasure and fighting people off from princesses. My mom's side, she's Chinese. It's actually her year this year. We get along well. I hope I hatch up to be just like them.
Good to know. Okay, contestant number 1, your turn.
Yeah, yo, I would like, introduce you to my uncle. He's pretty cool. He's really, good. And my cousin, he likes to dance. He does this really cool dance. Cool. But I wish I could introduce you to my dad. But he just doesn't want me. Like, why doesn't he want me? Like, why doesn't he love me? But I'm his son. Like, I'm never gonna be like my dad.
Okay, moving on. Contestant number 3, if you were to give me a gift for Christmas, better yet, our anniversary, what would it be?
For our anniversary, I would just cry. My tears turn into diamonds or some other precious jewel. So I wouldn't have to go and buy you a diamond ring. I could just sob into your arms and you'd be rich.
That could have benefits. Contestant number 1, how about you? Please don't cry.
I would put the word love into your mouth. I would put the word love into your mouth.
All right, Samantha, let's ask another round of questions. We're running out of time. Contestant number 2 has been yet to ask that last question.
Yeah, well, I still know.
Yeah,
What's wrong with me?
Okay, contestant number 2, what's my anniversary present? Thank you.
Oh. Well, now I'm sorry I said that. I guess I'd probably give you a gold doubloon, but not a haunted one because they all have to stay in the chest.
Okay, do we have time for more questions?
You got time for one more round.
Okay, one more round. Back to contestant number 1. What is our dream vacation together?
Yeah, I just probably take you to Beverly Hills, because I'm kind of like, royalty from there. And I think you'd appreciate the time we spent together.
I think you're confusing Beverly Hills with another city that's right next to it.
All right. That is true. Bel Air.
Okay. Contestant number 2, how about your vacation time?
Well, I kind of got to live on a piece of my life's vacation. So, what was the question?
I'm not sure I understood what you were saying through the slurring.
Are you ready for a relationship after what have you been through?
Wait, too many people talking to me at once.
I'm just wondering why you're ready for a relationship after what you've been through.
Samantha, what's the question?
Yeah, what's the question, dear?
Okay, where will we go on vacation?
Oh, the ocean.
Noted. Contestant number 3, your turn.
I care a lot less about the destination. As long as we're flying somewhere, I think we're gonna have a good time.
And that's our game! Where is it? Because we're not done yet. Samantha, you now get to choose which one of these 3 lovely people you get to take on their very first date, all right? So Samantha's going to guess. If she gets it right, we must explode into a 100% applause because it's very, very hard. If she gets it wrong, however, we're going to get right here. This is called the point of clapitation. We're going to get right here, and right when we do, we're going to make her look like we're clapping. Right when we get to the point of clapitation, both fingers go out, pointed straight at Samantha / Chloe, and we're all together as angrily as we can. We're going to say, no! Okay? Great, yeah. Let's practice that on me, okay? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. No! Perfect, you're doing great. Chloe, it's in her contract. She needs it, okay? I'm sorry. Alrighty, so Samantha, why don't you let us know who is in seat number 1?
Okay, I'm not sure I like his vibe, but Will Smith is not.
Alright, I'm so sorry, Mr. Smith. Samantha, what about seat number 2?
Although appealing and pirates can be kind of hot, I'm not sure I'm really into Jack Sparrow.
So then it must be you have some opinions on seat number 3.
Any future lover of mine who can cry tears of diamonds like a dragon is one for me.
Hold on, not just a dragon, but what related to a dragon?
One related to a dragon?
It's more specific. It's a little more specific.
A lizard?
Claire. Hold on, Jack Sparrow has to say something.
He's not quite alive yet.
I know you can.
A dragon egg.
Congratulations, Samantha. You get to take that dragon egg on a date. It would be illegal if it's a person, but I think dragons are okay. And also, Chloe gets 500 funny bucks. Great job, great job. Let's get 3. I'm feeling generous. Let's get 4 players up on stage for mannequins. We got 1. We got 2. Oh, you can't. No, you can't. Oh, no. Oh, I think this is the time. I think I need 2, not just 1. I need 2 players from the audience who feels brave enough. Shoot your hand up to join us in a game right now. Anybody feel like they want to play first? What? I got 1. I got 1 right here. Okay, hold on. Who's volunteering who? Who's volunteering who? Miss with the glasses? Are you volunteering? Who says somebody has to go? You get to pick who volunteers. Who's volunteering someone? Nobody? Okay, nobody? Who wants to play? Just get there. Which? Yeah! Jesse, Mark, and Jesse. So Mark has already admitted he knows Chloe, so Mark, you're going to stay over here, all right? Emily, I need you and Chloe to go ahead and assume action figure position, or Barbie doll, whatever you want. It's up to you. But you have to assume an immobile position. This game is called Mannequins, all right? So it's Mark, and I'm sorry, your name again?
Jesse.
Mark and Jesse, you're going to have a very, very important role today. So for the game of Mannequins, these two are your action figures. Jesse, Chloe is your action figure, your mannequin. Mark, Emily is your mannequin. These two players cannot move unless you move them. That's how action figures work. So what's going to happen is they're going to do a scene, and if you want them to maybe lift their arm, you'll lift their arm. If you want them to walk forward, you just push on them just a little bit, they'll walk. When you let their hand go, they'll stop walking. You can push them right off of the stage. Don't make them do that, but you can. Try not to do that. The only general rule I want you to be aware of is just stay away from the bikini parts. Don't touch them anywhere you wouldn't touch your grandmother. Alrighty? So this is the game of mannequins. So I'm going to ask Mark and Jesse, you're going to step aside for just one quick minute. In the back there, Elle, can I get like, do you got like something groovy? Like just something we can do a little whenever you're ready, just a little, you know what I'm saying? Like something funky. Give me a little, yeah! Just like that. And they're going to dance, okay? So here's what's happening. Is I'm letting them dance, okay? They're going to dance. I want to move. Big moves. Dance big, right? So they're going to dance until I say stop. Perfect. They stop first. All right, so here's what's going to happen. This is their starting positions. You purchased these action figures, and this is how they came out of the box. They must begin like this, okay? Jesse, you have Chloe. Mark, you have Emily. Any questions? No? Awesome. This is the game of mannequins on the count of 3 players. Jesse, Mark, are you ready?
Yes.
Begin.
It's over there, Deborah.
Oh, well, I'm not feeling well. I'm not sure. My head hurts so terribly, I'm not sure if I can pick anything up.
Oh. You may have made my head hurt as well.
Oh.
Although I think it's your voice, to be honest.
Oh, well, maybe it's what we got up to last night.
This is appalling. Are you just saying that you didn't want to go to that play with me last night?
That's exactly what I'm... I better let the words escape my mouth.
Now even my eyes are assaulted.
Well, darling, maybe you should have thought about that before. In the middle of the play, you started yodeling.
Deborah, you know I've always wanted to be an actor. It's why I always perform this deliberative stance of grandiosity.
Well, this is not why I fell in love with you to begin with. Maybe it's time we start our own theater company.
Oh, Deborah, I would love nothing more. If you could just be my partner, we could perform every night.
I believe in you! I want to support you!
Oh, you make me weep tears of happiness. So much I could just raise my hands up, and to you to hug. Oh, there it is. There it is. Oh.
We will rule the world with our love and our talent.
Yes, oh, your hair is soft. Is this a little conditioner?
Oh, you noticed?
Smell of raspberries and lemon cream pie. Oh!
Never say lemon cream pie in this house! Don't you remember the lemon cream pie incident?
Do I?
You each get one free ticket for joining us to come back whenever you want. Thank you very much. Talk to me after the show or any anybody in our front of house booth, and they will set you up. Thanks again for your help. Let's move on to our next game, and for this next game, let's get 3 people up on stage. Oh no, let's get everybody up on stage for a slam! Alright, everybody, I know you feel really passionate. Again, this is one of those things, you feel really passionate, either negative or positive, but you have a passion that no one else feels for a very specific object or idea. What is your passion? Horses. Alrighty, we're now going to watch a poetry slam. Alright, I know some of us have been to a poetry slam. We got some artists, a lot of artists here. We're a nonprofit theater. I'll get more to that later. But we are a bunch of artists, and we're here at a poetry slam. And I know we've all been to a poetry slam, so we know how to conduct ourselves. These players are going to step forth. They're going to give you some slam poetry on the idea of horses. Everybody here is going to speak on horses and their poetic value. When they do that, you as a slam poet, you can clap if you want, you can woohoo, you can yeah, you go yes girl, yes brother, whatever you want to say, but make sure that you snap. You got to do snaps when you feel it. You got to speak out. This is the one game you could say whatever you want. Don't over speak the the players on stage, but they need to know that you're feeling them. All right, open up your hearts. This is poetry slam, slam poetry. This is all about horses. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Everybody, snaps up. Let's change those lights. We got some fun lights. Some poetry lights, that's right.
Around and around their gleaming bodies go, swaying, pulling, racing. They're doing it all. They're doing it for their owners. Who are these animals? These beautiful, fierce animals. Why do we run them? Why do we run them to exhaustion? It's all about the money. It's all about the dollar bill. Can we continue this? They're beautiful. They're strong. They need to rest. Let them rest. Let those pretty ponies take a break. Let them rest. Oh, wow. Woo! That's right. Woo!
Clock, clock. Clock, clock. A horse cop. They do their due diligence. They run free, but not free. They keep our streets safe. They keep the policemen up high. But do not pet them. Because they have really tall thighs.
If I were granted one wish, of course, it would be to have a special relationship with a horse. The deepest desire I have inside is to get on a stallion and go for a ride. If I rubbed that magic land and he said, you can request 3, and I had 3 wishes, it would be to be an equestrian.
I had never laid eyes upon the Kentucky Derby before, but you showed me a race that I wouldn't forget. Yes, maybe I forgot the name of the horse, but I remember the crimson red of your jersey, effervescent, like a crescent moon suspended among the stars. Woo! Yeah. I remember the white of your jersey too. It was iridescent as you ran across that track, like thoughts run through the synapses of my mind. The task was Sisyphean, but you persevered. You were craving that wind, like fire craves air, like a plant craves the sun, like I crave mittens. And number 21 you did, and you brought a tear to my eye. So thank you.
H is for happy. It's what I felt before Jennifer Laudermoser didn't say yes to the dance. Missed that shot. Ordinary. It was an ordinary day Before Eugene Berger punched me in the face, giving me a black eye. Missed that shot. Redemption. When I got a better job than Eugene Berger.
Yeah.
But he was making society better as a teacher, as a professor at a university. Missed that shot. Sexual. What I thought I was. Until I hit the age of 50. Missed that shot. Excited to make people laugh at the improv show doing slam poetry. Missed that shot.
I think Jazz deserves 300 funny bucks for calling Adam a boomer and then admitting he's over 50. Thank you very much. Let's get 3 rounds of what's next for Pavlovian response. That's 1, that's 2, that's 3. All right, everybody. This game's called Pavlovian response. It's based on some old scientist that I understand is named Pavlov. He taught a dog to get hungry. I don't know. But what's going to happen is these 3 players, they've all got some special rules. I want you and you to plug your ears and turn around. That's right. Sing a little song. I want to hear it. Sing a little song for us. That's right. All right. Step 4. This is Chloe. Chloe, anytime anyone goes on stage or off stage, Chloe is going to react in a huge way. What is something that someone might explode with emotion or feeling or body activity? Just scream? Okay. You're just going to scream. You're going to scream. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you, Chloe. All right, this is Jazz here. Jazz, anytime anyone says yes or no, any affirmative or negative, okay, just affirming or negating, Jazz is going to do something with his body. What is that?
Funky.
Floss. What is this? I didn't hear floss. Can you floss? Are you able to floss, the dance? Okay, you're going to floss. You're going to floss. This is Dax. Dax, anytime any player is touched, okay? Dax is going to do something that involves his body and his mouth. What is that?
Gasp.
Gasp, and what else?
Flap his arms.
Flap his arms. You're going to gasp and you're going to flap your arms, okay? Thank you very much. Let's get all of our players. Alrighty. This is the game of Pavlovian response. Everyone knows everyone's triggers. Jazz, will you get a suggestion from your audience?
Yeah, what does your best friend's sibling do for a job? Military, thank you.
Alrighty, military is your suggestion. This is Pavlovian response. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Begin.
But I don't want to go to a different school.
You are going to go to a different school because I say so.
Dad, this is the 3rd base you've gotten transferred to.
Well, listen, son. Sometimes we don't have the luxury of staying in one place and having some stability in our lives.
Does this mean I get my own room?
We're a little tight on cash, too, so you're going to be sleeping with Mom.
Okay. Can I get a dog?
Sure, kid.
Honey, I'm so tired. We have to move again.
Yes, babe, you know, I get these assignments, I gotta go places, I gotta do things. I'll hold your belly if it makes it easy.
Wait, am I going to be a big brother?
He wasn't supposed to. I mean, yes.
Charlie, I'm so glad you're excited because you may need to be the man of the house.
My little boy will grow up.
I'm going to be the man of the house, and I'm going to extend my bedtime to 11:30.
No, we can't be having that.
Charlie, you're getting excited. You need to go to bed now.
Mom, I don't want to go to bed.
It's your bedtime. It is your bedtime.
Go to bed, son.
But what if I sing you a lullaby?
You can sing a lullaby in your bed alone.
No lullabies.
What?
Oh my God.
crying of the baby. And just reaching all your needs.
They teach everything.
I just need a glass of water.
All of this sudden movement is not good for me. My stress levels are so high.
Darling, do you want a glass of milk? Do you want your curry white pickles dipped in cheese?
Pickles dipped in chocolate would be great, dear.
Oh, I just bought some new chocolate. Can you move in front of the fridge, please?
Okay.
I just got this new chocolate.
Night, Mom.
Good night, good night.
No, good night, Dad.
Something tickle my feet. We have rats in this place.
Sorry, Dad. Good night.
That was a game of Pavlovian response. Let's get 3 players. Someone say for blind, blind. Thank you very much. And you know the drill. On the count of 3, we're going to yell, get out of here with a round of applause. 1, 2, 3. Get out of here! Alright, now we're going to have Dax and Jazz help us out. But I need you to do a bolt of the heavy lifting. We good, fellas? Yep, awesome. So from anybody in the audience, give me a line from a movie that Arnold Schwarzenegger did. I would say.
I'll be back.
Do you listen? Do you listen? Did Arnold Schwarzenegger did not say? Okay, over here. Right there, right there, right there.
Hey, do you like guacamole?
Hey, do you like guacamole? Hey, do you like guacamole? I have another line in the way back.
Stupid is as stupid does.
Stupid is as stupid does. From anybody in the room, let's get an advertising slogan that wasn't McDonald's or Nike. We have the meats. I got another one back there.
I forgot.
Like a good neighbor.
Like a good neighbor. We have the meats. What do you got? We have the meats, and the Jazz is like a good neighbor. From anybody in the room, we're going to think of a song we really like. We love this song. There's got some weird lyrics. What's a lyric in a song? I'm an American Psycho. I am an American Psycho. Do we have another lyric in the song? Everybody dance now. Everybody dance now. You got it? Great. Everybody dance. And finally, when we're hanging out with our friends, we have what's called an inside joke. That's a little line that you say, and it's not one word, it's not 2 words, it's a line, and you and your friends say it, and it makes you laugh, even though nobody else knows what we're talking about. And I would love to ask the whole audience, but this guy's cracking up. What is your inside joke line?
I'm Shalon.
Say that again.
It's I'm Shalon. So it's not Shalon, it's I'm Shalon. It's not nonchalant.
Oh, chalant? Okay. Like, okay, so like nonchalant, but it's unchalant. Okay. Unchalant. C-H-A-L-A-N-T? Is that right? Yeah? Right, unchalant. Yeah, unchalant. Really fine. Alrighty, so these lines are going to be folded up. Thank you to Jess and Dax very much. They're going to fold those lines up, throw them on the stage. These players are going to invite them back in. They're going to act out a scene. At random points in that scene, they're going to pick up these lines and they're going to read them in character. They're going to have to, they're going to have to explain why they're talking about things being unchalant. On the count of 3, get back in here with a round of applause. 1, 2, 3.
Sure. What is something that you makes you happy?
Banana bread.
Scuba diving.
Scuba diving is your suggestion. This is Blind Line. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Yes.
Scuba diving. Players, are you ready?
Yes.
Begin.
Okay.
You're game for it.
I don't know.
Chill out.
No, I'm panicking. I told you I don't like the water.
Nonchalant.
Is that like Spanish for chill out? I'm telling you. This is not funny. Oh my God. Like a good neighbor. I mean, I thought you were going to be like a good neighbor and cover me and hold my hand, and that's how you help me calm down.
Okay, calm down. Oh, we are so lucky. Look, there's a shark.
Oh my God. No, I hate this. I hate this water. We're going to die here. I know it.
Everybody dance now. It's so rare.
Sharks away! Sharks don't like dancing. Is that what it is? Oh my God.
No, just happy.
Stupid
remarks.
Well, young lady, I don't know about that because you're putting us all in danger with your fancy whaling and your spearfishing.
How do you like guacamole? Because usually after we dive, we have a little taco bar, but maybe you want to go straight to that.
I would love to go straight to
All right.
Taco Bar.
You know
I
what?
love guacamole.
We've got a spread right here. Go indulge yourself,
Thank
okay?
you, thank you, thank you so much.
Can I park? This will calm me down. I was all angry about the whaling and everything.
Sure. No, help yourselves.
This tastes like soap.
Oh, you're one of those cilantro haters. I am an American psycho.
Just about the end of our show. Once again, we are Mockingbird Improv's all hands on deck. I do want to say a little something for you, but first let's get all of our stage players up on stage for our final game! I mentioned this earlier, but we are Mockingbird Improv. We are a real nonprofit 501c3. That's what our lawyer tells us. That means we need your donations. You being here is already a huge support to the theater. For round of applause for yourself. If you've got any questions, check us out, mockingbirdimprov.org. You've all been such a great audience. You actually get a huge perk. Because you were so great tonight, you get a free ticket to the 8:30 show. Just so you know, every show after tonight is more of a mature show, so if you've got children with you, you might want to double think about that. But 8:30 and beyond, you get a free ticket to that show. You must use the secret password, which is "We have the meats." If you tell them up front, just tell them up front you got the meats, and you get to get in completely free. That shows just about 10 minutes. But let's finish it up with our final game, all right, players? This is called 185. When we're hanging out, we got a stock joke. You know, it's called 185. And it goes a little something like this. You know, we're at the bar, we're chilling, and we say the joke. You know, 185 blanks. Walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve blanks here," and the blanks respond with punchline. So you're going to give us the blank, say it was cows, and they're going to say 185 cows walk into a bar. The bartender says, "No cows here," and the cows say, "We'll go to another bar." Yeah. Alrighty. If that joke is no good, you will hear this sound. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You got it. If it's no good, you'll hear the horn. If it's good, you'll hear the ding. For every ding, you get 100 funny bucks. Taxes did us good. Taxes did us good. All right, 120 bucks for every ding. Our very first suggestion comes from the audience. When you were a child, you knew that you would grow up to be what?
Mermaid.
Mermaid. 185 mermaids walking to a bar!
185 mermaids walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Oh my God, how are you walking?"
185 mermaids walk into a bar. The bartender says, "We don't serve mermaids here." They're like, "We just wanted to order some sex on the beach."
185 mermaids walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey, sorry, we don't serve mermaids here." And then the mermaid said,
Mermaids walk in the bar, the bartender says, "We don't serve mermaids here." And the mermaids say, "What, because we're maids?"
Alrighty, what's an item that you prized and you lost it? Rocks. Rocks? 185 rocks?
185 rocks walk into a bar. The bartender says, "Hey, we don't serve rocks here." And the rocks say, "Hey, that's not how we roll." You want to announce that the next show is improv versus stand-up, and it's completely different from the show, so that somebody might stay? Yeah. I'll do it if you want me to.
For those of you interested in sticking around for the next show, that will be improv versus stand-up. We've got stand-up comedy and improvisation, a totally different field.
If I use that one there, that's taller than mine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Again, if you are done with the Mockingbird Improv All Hands on Deck show, thank you for joining us. We are now seating for the 8:30 Improv versus Stand-Up. Again, if you are not staying for Improv versus Stand-Up, make sure to open up your seats because the 8:30 crew is sitting in those seats. Thank you very much, Mockingbird Improv. If you're here for the 8:30 Improv versus Stand-Up show, please make your way to your seats.